Hi, my name is Mrs. Neighbour, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm one of the A-level Philosophy, Religion and Ethics teachers. And this is a little video of what you can expect in terms of content for the A-level, and just some bits of information that we would have obviously gone through in person should we have been able to. There's some links for you to have a look at, there's some basic information, and on the system you can see that there are two email addresses for myself and Mrs. Blades, who teach the A-level, so that if you have any further questions you can actually get in contact with us and we shall respond. Right, so as you can see, this is the course outline. It is a 2-year course, as all subjects are at A-level, and it is all exam based. You will sit 3 exams in June 2022. Each one is 2 hours. You will have had plenty of practice at the different styles of questions. You will have sat different examples of mock papers before then, and you will be fully equipped to actually complete them, so there is no need to be worried about those. Our first paper, as you can see, is Philosophy of Religion. The second paper is Religion and Ethics, and the third paper is New Testament. Now, the New Testament is likely to be the one that has the most new content for you. It was quite a new content for me, stuff that I hadn't actually studied since I was at university, but it's become almost my favourite of the 3 papers, and some of the content in there I absolutely love teaching. So hopefully you will come to love it too. So just to show you some of the topics we cover within the 3 papers of the 2-year course. So normally at this point we would ask if any of you have any questions in terms of what we've talked about so far, and we'd normally have the year 12s around for you to ask them how it is studying the course, but obviously that's not possible at the moment. So if you do want to know more about the topics in any of the papers or all of them, you can easily email us. Both of our email contacts are on the screen for you. You will actually get 9 lessons of teaching every 2 weeks for this subject. 3 of the lessons will be taught by Mrs. Blades, who will cover the ethics papers, and 6 lessons of the fortnight will be taught by myself, Mrs. Neighbour, and I will cover in the philosophy paper first of all, and then once we've completed the year 1 topic content for that, we will be carrying on with the New Testament paper. You can see the topics for year 1 on the next slide. So this is a brief explanation of the content that you'll be studying during year 12, set into the 3 papers. Each section is divided up into 3 things. Some of the content you may be a little bit familiar with because of GCSE work, and as I said, the New Testament stuff is tending to be a little bit newer to most of you. But even so, all the topics, there's lots of discussion, lots of opportunity for debate, and lots of resources that we can use to engage you, and you will have plenty of opportunity to explore, discuss and voice your own thoughts and ideas on each of the topics. So this is when we would normally have our debates, and we would split whoever has turned up to our taste session into different groups. So we've had to change slightly. So what I've actually found is a really good YouTube debate that has been recorded from a channel called Unbelievable, and the topic is, do we need God to make sense of life? You can listen to as much or a little debate if you want to. If you feel like it, then I would very much love if you could actually send an email saying which side you agree with in terms of the debate and why. Obviously feel free to browse any of the other content that's on this YouTube channel that I've sent the link to. Very interesting. We are very lucky with this course that there are lots of different people who have done lots of content that are relevant to our courses, whether it is actually directly designed for our course or just that it covers the topics we've got. So this is the link. and you can see and go on to it. So the topic is Do We Need God to Make Sense of Life, and the YouTube channel is called Unbelievable. So just a little bit more about some of the ethical theories. This is an activity we would have done in class. We'd have looked at some of the ethical theories such as utilitarianism, situation ethics and Kantian ethics, and we would have then split you into groups to apply these to different scenarios or ethical moral dilemmas that we'd want you to say what that group of people would decide as being the outcome. So I'm going to leave you to read the information. So instead of doing the dilemmas within the group in the actual taster session, what I've got for you now is an ethical personality quiz. It's basically the similar kind of thing. They give you some scenarios, I think there are 10 on there, and it asks you to choose from one of 3 different options as to what you might actually do. Go with the best fit. Be true to your own instincts. Try and be completely honest with yourself. There were a couple of the ones that when I did it myself, I thought, I kind of would do this, but this as well, or that's not exactly how I'd play it. I'd want a sort of in between the option, but you don't get that choice. But it is just still a quiz and not totally serious. It just gives you an idea of some of the situations that we might have to apply ethical theories to, and then you'll find out a little bit about the kind of theory that you're most like in terms of your own decision making. So this is the actual link. It's called proprofs.com. There's a certain quiz there about ethical dilemmas, and it is a good one. I did the quiz myself, and for those of you interested, I got Kantian ethics as my ethical personality. It'd be really interesting if you want to email us and tell us what you got. And if you're in the mood for doing a bit more, there are some games that we would normally play in class when we do the actual taster session on this link. They're quite fun for you to actually have a look at. Some games there for philosophers and ethics, so feel free to have a play around with those. So last but not least, you can see that our email addresses are there if you have any questions you wish to go through. Those of you who have been at St George's already would have had access to the milestones, and in fact some of you have already completed them. If you are interested in the course and you want to know more about it and you haven't got access to the milestones, if you drop myself or Mrs Blades an email, we will send you the details for the milestone if you've not been able to access it on Google Classroom or you've not been provided with it. But as I say, any questions you may have, please email us in between now and September, and hopefully we look forward to seeing many of you come September with us in the class. Goodbye.